There's a deadlocked jury and a mistrial in the case of Michael Slager. Slager was the officer who shot and killed Walter Scott. Let me show you the video for those who don't remember. Let me warn you in advance, this is a really graphic video. Reports are that it's one person on the jury who basically said he couldn't convict a cop simply because he's a cop. And also, by the way, the area where this is happening, 60% black, and there's only one black juror, so they picked mostly white people. I mean, this is like jury rigging 101. And again, the person who... There's one person who basically says, look, by definition, I can't do a cop. I can't do it. I can't convict a cop. Okay, well then you're the exact kind of person who's supposed to be dismissed in jury selection. If somebody shows up and they're viewed as having an irrational bias, you get rid of them. So if your position is cops can do no wrong, well then that's an obvious bias. You gotta go. But no, he got in there. And that's the argument he made. By the way, think about how grotesque that logic is. The logic of I can't go against the authorities because they're the authorities. So by definition, a cop can never be wrong in my eyes. They're not guilty. Well, okay, so who are the people with the badges and the guns in Nazi Germany? You say that's an extreme example, but his argument is the authorities. The authorities, I mean, look, they're the people with the badges. They're the ones that are in control. That's the state. I can't go against it because law and order. All right, so who is the law and order in Stalin's Soviet Union? Stalin was, right? And all his cronies were the ones who ran the government. Does that mean that by definition they're right? And if they got a gun on somebody, oh, it's got to be just. They're the ones that are in control. They're the state. No, that's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard. You obviously evaluate the morality of the actions based on the morality of the actions, not based on the identity or the categorization of the person in question. Logic out the window. Look, here's the thing about this kept me up last night, because if you can't find a guilty verdict in this situation, when can you? Guys, so Walter Scott ran away. You saw it. I don't even need to explain it. He got shot in the back. What was he, 15, 20, 25 feet away, something like that? Shot in the back. There's video after the fact of Slager walking up and planting a taser on him. And then he went on to tell everybody, he stole my taser and he was trying to attack me with it. Hey, bitch, we got it on tape. We got it on tape. We know you're a liar. We know you shot him in the back running away. Understand, deadly force is only supposed to be used when, your life is in imminent danger as an officer. My life's in imminent danger. I had to shoot. I had to kill him. I had no choice. He was going to kill me. Did that look like Walter Scott was about to kill him? Is that what that looked like? To believe that, you'd have to be stupid. I mean, you're either a liar or you're stupid. You're undermining all faith in the system. You're undercutting all justice because you've now made injustice the norm. I go out there and I talk all the time, body cameras are the way to go. That is a huge part of the problem to fix the problem of police brutality. And then you see a story like this where it's on camera and it's crystal clear and they still don't find him guilty. And you go, oh, we're fucked. We're fucked. You live in a police state. That's what you live in. You live in a tyrannical system where they get away with whatever they want and you get away with nothing. You get locked up for having a little bit of weed in your pocket and hurting absolutely nobody. They can murder somebody in cold blood, in daylight, on camera. We couldn't find him guilty. We couldn't find him guilty. Look, man, I'm being a little flippant because it still is true that when you have the body cameras on them, studies have shown that cops are less likely up front to do things that are abuse of authority. So the body cameras are still a good idea. But this shows you it's not foolproof, and this shows you there are a lot of sick people out there, man. If you look at that and you say not guilty, you're a sick person. You're a sick person, and yes, there's a very, very high chance that you're racist. I mean, what do you want me to say? You got a white cop here gunning down a black guy running away from him. And you're still going to say, well, I get what? He had it coming? Is that what it is? He had it coming. He was running away. I can't. So is there nothing a cop could do that you... I mean, I say that, but literally that was the argument the juror made. It's a cop. I can't... So why not officially codify into law, they're above the law? The whole point of the U.S. is supposed to be the opposite of that. Remember when Nixon... If the president does it, it's not illegal. Everybody went, shut up, fuckface. Shut up. You're wrong. But with cops... Yeah, that's what the guy says. So if that's your ideal system, put the cops above the law, you do realize... You have just allowed one class of people, you've officially set up an apartheid system and a system where the people are subjugated and officially second-class citizens. And the police get away with anything. So they're a band of merry robbers and thieves and criminals who get to say, we are not criminals by definition because we have badges. The lack of logic and the stupidity and the lack of morality and the lack of ethics in that system, I can't even put into words. I'm absolutely positively sickened by this. This was an open and shut case. And the fact that that wasn't manifested into reality is a fucking disgusting blemish on the record of the United States of America. We need to move towards justice. This cannot stand. It cannot stand when you have an officer murdering somebody in cold blood on video. And then they get away. Mistrial. Hey, maybe we'll continue, but maybe not. Who knows? Deadlock jury. What are you going to do? Final fact. If you say, well, look, man, murder. Okay. Maybe that's the issue. Maybe it was just too ambitious a charge. And the people said, I don't want to do murder. Time is too much, yada, yada, whatever. I don't know. Do manslaughter? I do manslaughter. They had the option of manslaughter too. They still didn't find guilty. Sick.